So over the past few months of being busy, I've been watching a lot of other album reviewers. I've been learning from my superiors. And after feeling terrible about myself for not releasing more album reviews, I've decided that the song-by-song reviews that I do don't work. They take way too long to do, and when I try to write them, I just can't always think of something to say for every single track. I think just a regular review will be better to make more videos and to just give better reviews. I could be wrong, but we'll see what happens. And I'll still be making song-by-song reviews every once in a while whenever the album calls for it. You're watching the first ever Joe Somnus regular review of Blurryface by 21 Pilots. So I'm pretty sure most of us were introduced to this duo with Vessel, which experienced unprecedented success. Favorites from that album include House of Gold, Ode to Sleep, and Migraine. So they have a pretty unique acoustic alternative style mixed with elements of hip-hop and electronic here and there, and we get another dose of it on this new record, Blurryface. That's not to say there aren't differences between the two albums. The production value is a lot better on Blurryface, and the overall message is very different. While the message behind Vessel was coming to terms with your mind and your soul and your relationship with yourself, Blurryface is about how other people view you and the insecurities we all experience. But much like Vessel, there are so many different sounding songs on this album, and yet it sounds focused, comprehensive, and not a mess, unlike some other albums that have been released recently. Sorry. Got a cough. I was really impressed by Josh Dunn's drum work on most of these tracks as per usual, and of course Tyler Joseph comes in with an amazing, unique vocal performance. First I want to talk about my very favorite song in the album, which is, and I might be alone in saying this, Stressed Out. With a kind of mysterious sounding instrumentation featuring rhythmic drum machine, Tyler Joseph expresses such a profound and relatable message in that quirky 21 Pilots-ish way. He talks about how when you're a kid, anything is possible and you don't care about what other people think of you, but as you grow up, your imagination becomes more restricted. Saying, you used to dream of outer space, but now they're laughing at her face, saying, wake up, you need to make money. Yeah. The tracks Heavy Dirty Soul, Ride, Fairly Local, Tearin' My Heart, Lame Boy, and Doubt were all produced by Ricky Reed, and seriously, Ride sounds like something straight out of a Wallpaper album, with the energetic synth and the soft, muffled vocals, kind of like he's singing out of a speaker. With songs like Tearin' My Heart, Ride, Not Today, they sound like they tried to make shallow, meaningless songs, but they failed miserably, and I am 100% okay with that. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, Tearin' My Heart, best song ever. But don't get me wrong, I really, really liked it, and it's still probably one of my top 5 favorites on the album, with its dynamic, acoustic, rock-inspired instrumentation, and the quirky lyrics about a girl who's just driving you crazy, but you love her anyway. I just like Stressed Out better. I don't know. Then we've got the track The Judge, which is another good one. My favorite lyrics probably on the whole album were from The Judge, and they go like, and now that my mind's out and now I hear it clear and loud, I'm thinking, wow, I probably should have stayed inside my house. An excellent example of quirky, unique 21 Pilots lyrics. Then we've got the track Fairly Local, which was the first song released from this album, and it's meh. For some reason, I was just not into the electro hip-hop instrumentation, and the lyrics about how it's good to stay out of the mainstream just didn't grow on me. I don't know. Something about it just seemed off. Lame Boy, on the other hand, which actually sounds similar to Fairly Local, I liked a lot better for some reason. It's about Tyler Joseph's creative process and how music helps him get through a lot of tough things in life. I guess the music was less intrusive. I don't know. Even though in my opinion most of the best tracks were towards the beginning, the album definitely does not lose steam with tracks like Hometown, Message Man, and Goner. Hometown is a track I immediately liked, but of which my opinion hasn't really changed since my first listen through. It's less experimental with some common synth pop tropes like an echoey synth sequence and chorus. The Message Man, however, is almost a polar opposite from Hometown, many experimental sounds and rhythms. And finally, the track Goner finishes the record off perfectly as the piano ballad, a song about how the people who love us eliminate our insecurities, and without them, we're goners. The reason I'm doing this review so long after the release date is because I did not like a lot of these songs right off the bat, mostly because they're unpredictable. but they're unpredictable in the best way possible. Blurryface is definitely an album I recommend, and I would even go as far as to say that it's better than Vessel, but maybe it's because I've just been listening to it longer. I'd give this album a solid 90%. We'll see you later.